Alright, so as this one side here dries up, we're gonna touch up the 120 gallon and clean it up while we wait. And once this dries, we'll flip it over and epoxy the other side. Alright, this is the back of the 120, and instead of putting the Bombay mahogany stain on it and continuing to put it on it just to make it, you know, one color and make it look nice, at the end of the day, it is the back of the aquarium, and I'd rather just go with a flat black paint. It just makes things easier. And you know, whenever I do a project, whenever I build an aquarium, I make sure I paint the back, I paint the bottom, because when you sell anything that you make, you know, the buyer doesn't want to see screw holes and different colors, things like that. It just looks ugly, it's not a good look. So, you know, even though it's not going to be seen, it might not make a difference. It's not going to make a difference when you set it up. I still want everything to be one color, everything to look good, and just there be no, you know, just no ugliness within the entire project. I bust my ass to do the whole thing. Why not do it the right way? That's what I'm really all about. I started making aquariums because every time I bought aquariums, down the line, they just always seem to break, crack, mess up. And then when you take them apart, you notice how they build them. You know, believe it or not, the sides aren't even the same. They might be a little off, but they put that black trim around the aquarium. You don't know what you're buying. When you take it apart, you just see that they slap, you know, 5 pieces of glass together through that black trim on it. You don't see any of the, you know, the shit work that they did, and you know, you buy it for hundreds of dollars. So it just really, I got into all this because I love doing it, don't get me wrong, but also I'm just tired of people not building things to be durable. I'm tired of manufacturers just manufacturing garbage. That is the main reason why I really got into this, man. I want to make something beautiful that will last for 20 to 30 years. And that's what I do, man. So, throwing some black on it. Yeah, this is something I just enjoy doing so much, and you know, I pop it up on YouTube because I want people to see it, but I also want people, I like constructive criticism. I like, you know, somebody telling me from their view, you know, what they feel is better or worse, you know? You know, we all do this, and we all enjoy doing this. Why not, you know, make each other better? That's the big part about it, man. I'm not all about the haters. Everybody sits there and hates and leaving stupid comments like, what does that get you, man? Like, you trying to like get under my skin for some reason? I don't even know you, man. So, you know, that's what I'm all about. That's why I don't sit there and tell people to subscribe and this and that. Nah, I do this, and I know when people do subscribe, man, they're real. You know, I didn't ask; they offered, and that's what's up, man. I want my subscribers to be humble people. You know what I mean? Cool people that can just bullshit with you. You know, tell you if you're right or wrong, but tell you in a way where you're helping each other, not the other way around where you're just dogging people out. what people get out of that, but it's just silly. What did I have? Like the other day I got a post. Like a video 10 months ago. Putting an aquarium in front of a window is a big no-no. Well, what kind of book did you read that tells you that? Will it give you more allergy? Yeah. But, yeah. At the end of the day, putting an aquarium against a window is probably a great thing because you're giving whatever you have in the tank actual UV sunlight. I just don't understand why somebody has to make a comment over something so stupid that you know nothing about, bro. There's just things like that where you just shake your head like, wow, I wasted my time reading this. So, shout out to the hairy woodsman too, man. Dude, that's a real dude right there. Yeah, so that 29-gallon tank that I built, I was gonna sell it, and it's funny because I let my wife pick out the colors, and after it got done, I was about to put it up for sale, and she fell in love with it. So I'm gonna be doing a video real soon on setting that 29 up. Like, she literally painted a whole room just to put that tank in there, which is pretty dope. What am I gonna do? Tell her no? I mean, at least I know I'm getting good enough to where my wife thinks my work is pretty good, so happy about that, for sure. She's my toughest critic. Yeah, she just wants me to do good. And last night the temperature was like 50 degrees, and I have my South American pond. And obviously South American fish can't live in 50-degree weather, so I do have the heater. But it scared me because I got one heater. What if that heater, breaks? Or the power goes out? That water temperature is gonna get, it's gonna get to that 50, 60 degrees. All my fish are gonna be belly up. So, I'm about to put a second heater in there, just to make sure that water stays 80 degrees. But my main thing is I'm gonna have the 120. My wife wants to keep the 29. I still have the 200. And there's a lot of fish in there, but I can bring them in. So I think I'm gonna bring in a lot of the fish from the pond. I will keep a couple out there, see how they do. But I'm definitely gonna bring some fish in. And man, did they get big. Man, that reverse side is looking real nice, so I'm about to flip it. And what I'm gonna do is sand a little bit, get it right so we can epoxy the other side. Alright, so the back of the 120 is all painted, so is the bottom, as well as the top of the stand, as well as the back of it. So now that that is done, the epoxy shelf came out really nice, so that is finally completed. I'm not going to put it inside the stand yet. I'm going to take all of this inside and set it all up. So in episode 25, we are just going to clean up the rest of this and do a little touching up with some stain, and then we're going to set this bad boy up. And man, I think it's going to look real nice. But that will do it for episode 24. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll catch you in episode 25. You know.